Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show how you can transform numerical variables using R. So we are going to use customers dataset, and the manager of this store who collects the customers dataset feels that the difference and the percentage difference between a customer's 2017 and 2018 spending may be more useful to understanding the customer's spending patterns than the yearly spending values. Therefore, the manager is going to generate two variables. One is going to measure the percentage difference in spending, and the other one is going to measure the difference in spending. And also the manager finds out that the income variable is highly skewed, with most customers' incomes falling between $40,000 and $100,000, and with only a few very high income earners. So she has been advised to transform the income variable into natural logarithms, which will reduce the skewness of the data. The manager would also like to convert customers' birthdays into ages as of January 1st, 2019 for exploring differences in purchase behaviors of customers across age groups. And finally, the manager would like to create a new variable that captures the birth month of the customers so that seasonal products can be marketed to these customers during their birth month. So we will do all these tasks using R. Now, we open R. I have already opened an R script here. The first thing is, when you open the R, I want you to set your working directory, and I'm choosing my R videos directory and click open. And then the next thing is, we are going to import the data, so we need customers data to be uploaded to R. So I call my data frame as my data. My data is equal to read.csv, and now the file is customers.csv. And control enter. Now we have my data here under environment pane. So first we are going to create a new variable called spending diff to find a spending difference between 2018 and 17. My data, so this is a new variable, spending diff is equal to, again I need to tell R what I want R to do. My data spending 2018 minus my data $sign. $sign is going to choose the relevant column, spending in 2017, and control enter. So my data has now 15 variables. We can use the head function to find out the first few observations of this new variable. Head my data $sign spending diff, and then control enter. And you see the first few observations are in the console, -46, -384, and so on. The next variable that we are going to create is going to be percentage spending difference. So first I need to create a new variable called PCT spending diff. This is the new variable that's going to show percentage spending differences. And I'm going to use two functions here. One is round. Round function is going to round the number to 2 decimal places. And then we are going to use paste function to paste the percentage sign. So first start with round and open the parentheses. Now we need to tell R which formula we are going to use to calculate percentage spending difference. So I'm going to select my data spending diff, and I need to open one more parentheses here, and that is divided by my data $sign spending 2017, and close the parentheses, times 100, and we want to round it to 2 digits. Digits is going to be equal to 2, and then close the parentheses, then control enter. Now under environment pane, my data has 16 variables. In order to see the few observations, we use the head function, head my data $sign PCT spending diff, and then control enter. So you see the first one is -16.03, the second one is -31.30. So this is a decrease in spending 16%, and the second customer decreased its spending by 31%. Paste function to paste the percentage sign. So we type my data and select the column, and that's equal to paste function, open the parentheses, my data PCT spending, and I'm going to paste in quotation mark percentage sign, and then control enter. Again, we can use the head function to see the couple of observations from this data. Head my data dollar sign PCT spending diff, and control enter. You see now you have the percentage sign next to negative 16.03. Next, we need to find the natural logarithm of income, and to do that we are going to use log function and then use head function to view the first few observations. So my data, and this is a new variable, income ln, is equal to log my data income, and control enter. And now in order to see few observations, we use head my data dollar sign income ln, and then control enter. So you can see the numbers on the console. If you want to use the logarithmic 10, then you need to use log 10 function in place of the log function. Next, we are going to calculate customer's age as of January 1st, 2019. First, we need to convert the birth date variable into the data values and create a new variable for January 1st, 2019 date. So my data birth date, we need to transform this variable. We are going to use as.date function, and I'm going to choose again birth date, and the format we want is equal to month percentage month slash percentage day slash percentage year, and then control enter. And next we are going to create a new object called endDate, and this object is going to be created by asDate function, and we want this object to represent January 1st, 2019. And again, this object format should be the same as the birth date, so therefore it's going to be in quotation mark percentage month slash percentage day slash percentage year, and then control enter. And you have now a new object called endDate. Next, we are going to use diffTime function to find out the number of days between the customer's birth date and January 1st, 2019 by dividing the difference in days by 365.25. We account for the leap years and obtain the difference in years. We use the as.numeric function to ensure that the age variable that we create has a numerical type. Finally, we use the floor function to remove the decimal places so that the age of a customer is an integer, and the head function is going to be used to view the first few observations. So here first we need to create a new variable called myData $age, which is equal to diffTime, and diffTime is a function, and date, and my data birth date. So I'm calculating the time difference between these two dates, and we are going to divide this by 365.25 because we want to count the leap years, and then control enter. So now we have a new variable. Age includes days next to it. Because this is not a numeric, we need to change this to a numeric variable. And next, in order to transform this age variable into numeric, we are going to use as.numeric function. Age is equal to as.numeric, and open the parentheses, my data $age, and then control enter. Now let's go check data frame. Age is now numeric, but we are not done yet because you don't usually consider decimal points as age. So we are going to use floor function to remove the decimal places so that the age of a customer is an integer. So my data $age is equal to floor function and then my data $age, and control enter. Let's go check. Age is now integer value. Next, we use the months function to extract the month name from the birth date variable, and the match function to convert month names, which are January to December, to numbers 1 to 12. My data birth month, so I'm creating a new variable again, is equal to, I'm using months function, and in the parentheses, my data $. So this function extracts the month from the birth date variable, and control enter. And here you can see now birth month is from January to December. If you want to assign numbers, then we are going to use match function. And here my data $, birth month is equal to match my data $, birth month, and we want month dot name to match with the numbers. Now let's go check our birth month. Yes, you can see now the birth month is a number from 1 to 12. And other useful date-related functions are shown on the screen. And these are weekdays and format. The weekdays function returns the day of the week. For example, if you want to get which weekday corresponds to this date, you are going to type weekdays, and in the parentheses as.date, you type in quotation mark the date you want to get the day, and then control enter. We have a new object here called Monday. Another one is the format function. Format function returns the specified element of a date value. For example, if you create a new object called f and use the format function in the parentheses as.date, this is your proposed date. After the comma and the quotation mark, if you type percentage year, then this function is going to return 2000, the year from the date. So instead of percentage year here, you can use percentage day and percentage month. Also, system date and system time are two useful functions. System date is going to return the current date, and system time is going to return the exact time with the date. Thank you for watching this video.